there.
Continuing to march forward. Weather couldn't be better right now out at the launch site. Good temperatures, a clear sky, as Public Affairs Officer Rob Navius indicated for us a little bit earlier. The three inside in their SOCA launch and entry suits. All the leak checks completed. The Soyuz systems being confirmed. They're ready to go. At this point, 5 minutes, 30 seconds away from launch. Launch control reporting the range in Baikonur is clear. The Soyuz rocket ready to begin its journey to the International Space Station.
Roughly about 6 minutes into the video, you'll see liftoff. So, yeah.
And as we get closer, some things to look out.
Okay. Just a few seconds, just a few more minutes or so until liftoff. Don't know exactly. You guys will definitely see it earlier. So I want to see, can I judge it by my watch, but I doubt it because my watch and that are different. Yeah, roughly 4 or 5 minutes. You'll see the umbilical tower is going to come down.
And at this point, we are now under 4 minutes from launch. The onboard systems of the Soyuz rocket being switched over to onboard control. Commander's cockpit displays and controls have been activated. Again, Max Sarayev in the center seat, the Soyuz commander for this evening's flight. Crew members will also have their helmets closed, putting them on suit oxygen inside the craft. And then very shortly, all of the fuel lines and other elements of the rocket engines will be purged with nitrogen to help fireproof them by removing any excess vapors from the fuel and oxidizer loaded inside already.
Okay, so very close to liftoff. I can hear something.
And now we're coming on just 3 minutes away from launch.
3 minutes launch at about the 5 minute mark. Maybe 5.5 minute mark, you guys will see the liftoff. Unless I'll have to pause it again. And then, well, bada bing bada boom.
And another milestone now at T-minus 245. The booster tank being pressurized now for flight. This being done to optimize the flow of fuel and help adding some structural support to the rocket. Here a close-up of the Soyuz encased by that shroud with the launch abort system on top. Everything continuing to look great for this launch, just about 2 minutes and 20 seconds from now.
So the launch pad was once used on a Soyuz. Because of a launch pad fire, there was like 20 G acceleration, so say it weighed 50 kg. You would feel yourself weigh 10 ton. No, what? Sorry. Feel yourself weigh 1 ton. Alright, so I'm like, just do that again to check. Yeah. Yeah. I did my maths correctly. It is 1 ton. At 50 kg, you would feel yourself weigh 1 ton.
And T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds from launch. At this point, the ground propellant feed has now been terminated to the rocket.
No, 15 seconds. 15 seconds before launch, the umbilical towers are gonna jettison. You know what I'm talking about. I hope they're going to undeploy or go away from the stairs. They're close to the shot launch.
And T-minus 1 minute, the Soyuz now on internal power, and we have auto sequence start.
Okay, Soyuz ready for lift. I'm actually.
So again, watch out for those two umbilical towers, which will separate from the booster.
Yep, separation.
That first umbilical separating, indicating we're about 35 seconds away from launch.
35 seconds, whoa. Okay, and the second one will going another bit. Keeping an eye on that now. You guys should probably do the same. Got another 20 seconds or so. Yep, second one.
Launch command has been issued. That
Oh!
second umbilical
Rocket
retracting.
ignition.
Boosters beginning to fire. Ignition.
Oh my god.
And
Liftoff.
liftoff. Liftoff of Reed Wiseman, Max Sarayev, and Alexander Gerst, the international crew on their way to the International Space Station.
I cannot believe I'm seeing this. Awesome.
Right now getting good first stage performance. The Soyuz delivering 930,000 pounds of thrust from its 4 boosters and single core engine. The first stage of the Soyuz measuring 68 feet in length and 24 feet in diameter,
Wow.
burning liquid fuel for the first 2 minutes and 6 seconds of the flight.
Wow, that is pure awesome. Wow, this thing seems to
Now just about 1 minute 10 seconds into the flight of Soyuz TMA 13M, velocity of the vehicle at...
Oh, come on, now you fail. Now you fail.
1,100 miles per hour. All indications good for the rocket as it continues the first stage, continuing to fire.
I hope these got camera on there. Actually, Soyuz. I'm actually waiting for that sun.
Next major event will be the jettison of the escape tower at the very top of the rocket.
That would be the excellent boosters. Strap on boosters.
And also be sure to watch for the boosters to break off, indicating the end of the first stage.
Which will happen in? No, it's...
Getting confirmation, first stage separation. You can see the 4 strap-on boosters now breaking away. They have been jettisoned, completing their job, and they'll drop away at an altitude of 28 statute miles. The Soyuz craft itself now traveling at about 3,350 miles per hour.
Wow. It's not as spectacular as a Dragon launcher. They actually had onboard
Getting indication the second stage performing as expected.
Okay.
And getting confirmation the launch shroud surrounding the Soyuz craft has been jettisoned. The rocket's altitude now at about 48 miles.
Miles up.
A little over 3 minutes into launch now. The Soyuz craft traveling at a speed of about 4,700 miles an hour. 3 crew members giving the thumbs up inside. The core stage performing as expected. That core engine of the Soyuz 56 feet in length, 13.5 feet in diameter with a single engine and 4 fuel chambers, providing between 178,000 and 222,000 pounds of thrust depending on the altitude. It'll fire for about a total of 3 minutes and 28 seconds. The stage is going to continue to burn until about the 4-minute 43-second mark. Soyuz uses what's called a hot staging technique, so the third stage will ignite while the second stage is still burning. That's why the Soyuz has that small open area in between the second and third stages. Again, continuing to get views inside the cabin. Again, keep your eye on the giraffe hanging in the top left corner. The crew is always using a token to signify when the crew is in microgravity, so you'll see that float at the end of today's flight.
Okay guys, I will have to restart recording in a second.
Continuing to get good reports. All systems reported as